Hello, this is the Diaspora panel, a voice of the Diaspora. I have with me Mr. Ademola Desa, who is based in the United Kingdom. Mr. Desa, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Oh, thank you. It's nice being here. Nice. Thank you for having me.
I also have Mr. Olaitan Adedigba, who is based in United States of America. Mr. Adedigba, you are welcome.
Yeah, glad to be here this afternoon.
So we want to say big thank you to all our new subscribers. You are welcome to the Diaspora family. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, please click on that button. It's free of charge so that anytime we do any video, you'll be one of the first people to be informed about it. And please, we want to see your comments. Keep putting your comment in and we'll continue to respond to your comments. And please, if you like the video, put the like button, share it to all your friends so that they too can benefit from this video. If you have any information for us, you can send us an email at diaspora.panel@outlook.com. diaspora.panel@outlook.com. So without wasting your time, we're going to go into today's conversation. So we are going to talk about an incident that happened a couple of days ago, maybe it's yesterday, between Minister for the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and a naval officer in Abuja. So we want to examine civilian authority or military command. Who is in power? Who has the higher authority? So in the last few hours, we have been treated to a display of power in Abuja between the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, and an officer of the Nigerian Army, who was sent by a retired Chief of Naval Staff to guard an uncompleted building. In the video, we saw the Navy officer openly resist Wike's effort to inspect the building under construction. Even with the Commissioner of Police in Abuja in present and with Wike's security details present, all present during this altercation, the naval officer refused to budge. And we were told later, as we heard later, that even that Wike called the Chief of Defense Staff on the phone and gave the phone to the naval officer. And the naval officer took the phone, spoke to the Chief of Defense Staff, and still refused to allow Wike to inspect the building. So, Demola, I'm going to come to you first. This is a democracy. This is civilian rule. Any soldier who is not willing to, not able to, or not prepared to submit to civilian authority doesn't have a business being in the military. In fact, that soldier is a future coup plotter and should be removed from service without any reservation. The military must never be allowed to think that they are a higher authority than a civil authority, or that they can be a power or authority to themselves. They must obey, conform, and acquiesce to civilian authority. This is proper law and order. And if you look, that is why it is wrong for the military to harass any civilian under any kind of guise. We must let them know that they are here, they are there to protect civilians. They are paid with our taxes. Our military hangover should stop. Civil authority is above military authority. Today, you see military men slapping civilians on the street. Nothing will happen. You see military men, they will go out there, they will be sent to go and take somebody, throw somebody out of a house. Nothing will happen. They will arrest people, they will take them to their barrack, they will lock them up. Nothing will happen. They will call people bloody civilians. Nothing will happen. So, Demola, what is your response? What is your response?
Okay. Thank you, Deji. This is a very delicate situation with the situation in Nigeria. We just have a recent suspicions of coup planning. and which will have the civil government will have been taken over by now. And this is a classical display of what you will see under a military rule. They have no respect for civil authority. But we are still under civil rule. All military personnel are subject to the political appointees. The limit of their power is at the barrack. They have no issue to interfere with civil authority. The incident that happened in Abuja yesterday is very unfortunate, very disappointing, and very disgraceful. It's a blatant show of power, a contention of power. I want to know, are we doing a quasi-government of military and civil? Are we sharing governance with the military? Because otherwise, I don't see why a civil situation should have military intervention. The issue concerned about the land is a civil issue. It's not a military issue. The so-called office general or a former
retired naval officer.
Naval officer, who is a former chief of naval staff, is retired. It's not more a commissioned officer. It's a civilian. It's no more a military. It doesn't have any age more than what I have. So we have equal right. If he need to comply and submit to civil rule, for him to give an order to a serving lieutenant, and for that order to be carried out in such a manner, we need to ask, is that even a lawful order? That doesn't seem to be a lawful order. Irrespective of that, the minister is the eyes and the representative of the president. The altercation that happened there, it's as if it's a direct disrespect to the president. Wike is not doing that. Wike is serving at the behest of the president. It's the president that owns that ministry. Wike is only serving and representing the president. So whatever he's doing it in the name of the president. So whatever insult or whatever thing that happened there is directly on the president. It's not even Wike. So I don't see any justification for any military officer to think that they are above the law. They cannot respect the law of the land or organization or due process in everything. And this is where Nigeria is not progressing. Because we have had too much time of military rule. And they have it upon them establishing a precedent where they think they're above the law. And most of our politicians and elected officers and people that occupy position of authority are mostly retired generals, which we still think that they are still having military might, even when it's a civil rule. In this country, in UK, you don't even see any military officer or any military personnel in the public.
Yeah.
You can't see anybody wearing uniform, military uniform in any way in the public. Their uniform is limited to their barrack, and when they are living in their barrack, they take off the uniform and put on mufti wear. The only other time you see them is when on mission.
Right. Okay. Let me pause you there, Demola, and Lighton. Although I ask you to prepare for one question, I'm going to ask you a completely different question. Okay.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people, a lot of comments on this event. Everything they are focused on is Wike's behavior. That Wike didn't have the right to talk to that officer like that. He didn't make the right statement. He was, he was doing gra. That's all everything was talking about. But I know a lot of people don't like Wike. And Wike doesn't care whether you like him or not. He's just doing his job. So, let's remove that part of that optics. The part where Wike spoke wrongly, or let us remove that part. Let's focus on the issue. So, should a soldier stop? Wike is technically, as the minister for the FCT, he is technically the governor of the Federal Capital Territory. He is the governor. Wike went there with the commissioner of police of Federal Capital beside him there. They were standing beside him. He went with his own security details. And this young officer said, no, I'm not going to let you pass. In fact, I commend Wike for being level-headed, because if it was somebody else, can they do that to El Rufai when he was the FCT minister? If it was somebody else, there would have been discharge of arms. So, Lighton, do you think that we have a military in Nigeria that has constituted a cabal? They think that they are above the law.
Yeah, thank you for that question. In Nigeria, we always mix emotion with whatever we are spewing out. Accepted, Wike is not fantastic because of his passage, but Wike is not representing himself. He's representing an institution, and the institution is more must be respected. That we don't throw away the baby with the bathing water. Right. Our people. No, we should disengage ourselves. We should face the reality and say the truth as it is. No, messing up the whole issue. That singular act from that young military officer to lay credence to what I've been saying, that we have two laws in the country: the law for the allied and the law for the civilian. The civilian is now getting to them, right? Those people at the end of affair is now they beat everybody, or they beat everybody. Always they beat everybody. They will beat their wife. They will do all sorts of things to people. But at last, they will not. Nobody will report them. Nobody will do anything to them because they are military. They will just be doing stuff to people ordinarily. But now it is now the turn of the wealthy people, the people at the end of affairs, the minister, right? That is how they've been doing. That is how they've been behaving, right? The military, they don't respect anybody. They don't respect. But as of yes, that ugly incident that reiterates that we should subject ourselves to the law of the country, right? Be it military, be it the anybody, whoever we are, the past president, the past head of state, the past chief of army staff, how on earth you are not serving again? You still have all the name, right? Bad men following you, and you are the bad men. You instructed him not to allow anybody. The minister represents the president. The minister is carrying out his duty, right? The land You acquire it. No rare copy. No paper to that effect. You just grab the land. Is that how people do things?
Right.
Right. So a lot of things is wrong in that country. Until we get ourselves together. The Mr. President, I think the Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Defense Staff, they should do something about this. The military officers, they should subject themselves to the laws and the caprices of the whole country.
Thank you.
Not that they are not above the law.
Thank
right?
you.
Here, they respect the military in America. They respect the military. Right? They'll be thanking them for their service. And military in return, they give them the compliments. Police can arrest army here. They are trying, police will spray pepper into the eye of the soldier men that we are seeing.
Okay.
But you can't do that. You cannot do that in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lata. Let me come back to you, Demola. So immediately after the incident, okay, a former Chief of Army Staff, the retired General Buratai, made comments to support the action of the naval officer. So General Buratai is from this north, just like the naval officer is from the north. And long after that, the current Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru, who is also from the north, also came out to support of the naval officer. Now, a lot of people are saying, they are interpreting this as a kind of northern solidarity, not supporting north. And they are saying that some people in Nigeria still think that Nigeria belongs to them and that they can do whatever they like. So, Demola, is this a kind of northern gang up again and thinking we have to stick together? Because I don't understand why you are saying that military should, authority is more, is above civilian authority. I don't think anybody. So what do you think, Demola? What's your what do you have to say about that?
Okay. This is part of the issue I raised earlier. Even the retired military officers that are now politicians doesn't even see themselves as civil. They still see themselves as if they are generals in the army. They have that spirit to call where they have to support their own, irrespective of either they are right or wrong. They don't antagonize each other in the public, even though they may caution each other behind the screen, but they still show that solidarity. But that is not even the case. This is a country of law and order.
Yeah.
You can't say you are a minister or a part of a government and you are tolerating lawlessness. You can't say you are, as a retired general, you're supposed to be a responsible citizen of the country. You cannot be condoning illegality. They don't face the issue. The issue is the retired general, Vice Marshal or what that was involved, engaged in illegality, acquiring land without due process, without any proof of ownership, and enforcing it by force, using illegally military personnel, which are not supposed to be in such a position, in such a situation. Tribal loyalty is also reflective in there. I expect any reasonable Nigerian to stand by the minister. Yes, the altercation is very diminishing. It should not be happening and should have not been tolerated and encouraged. by the minister, and I don't support also the insult on that officer, because he is also with that uniform is an enforcer and also representative of the government of the president. It should be seen by his position, not by as if he's a small boy that you can just talk down to. That is not that should not acceptable. But irrespective of that, the authority of the president is what Wike is using. It's not his own power.
Right.
And the issue at hand is who is lawful? Is the action of the lieutenant, army officer, lawful, or is the action of the minister lawful?
Thank you, Damala. Thank you. Let me pause you there. So your time is well spent. So let me go back to Lighton. Lighton, we are now hearing that this land in question was not actually allocated to the retired naval staff, that it was bought, he bought it from a third party, okay? And after buying it from a third party, he's trying to use a land that had been allocated for commercial use for residential purpose. That's number two, is that it does not have a single title document on that land. It does not have a piece of paper on that land. And number three, he is building on that land without any approved building plan. So he had been told, you are not supposed to be on this land. You are not authorized to build on this land. Instead for him to go and speak with the minister or talk to the authorities to resolve the matter, he decided to use military power to stay on the land and say, nobody can come into this land. So, Lighton, I'm just appalled. I'm appalled. How did Nigeria get into this kind of space where it's like animal kingdom, where anybody with force, with power, can just stay and say, I'm not obeying the law. I am a law unto myself. Is this expected, Lighton?
You see, the long years of military rule in Nigeria, right, it has caused incalculable damages to the psyche of the whole society, right? The whole people in Nigeria, they believe that once you are in the office, you are above the law. Even if you get out of the office, you are above the law. How on earth can somebody without approved plan, right, from the from the housing authority, no paper, no red copy, no CFO, and a shopping complex, you want to convert it to? We have a plan. We should abide by that plan. The moment we don't follow law, that is what makes other nations great. The moment we don't follow law in Nigeria, we are not going. We are doomed. It is what leads us to where we are. Right, is that everybody, they are law to themselves. Right, they are law. Even the law for the northerner is law for the southerner. Like they are killing people in the east. They are killing people in the Ibadan. They are killing Igbo and all these people but in the north, they are giving them money. They are giving them billions of naira. They are giving billions of naira. So you see, the true law is the law of land that we are talking about. That is why somebody with retired military, he put a Batman or a soldier in the front of his office that the land report from somebody. Then he wanted to build a residential area in a commercial area, right? They can do and undo. It is not done. We are not going anywhere in that country if we don't obey the law, right? So the moment we obey the law, we will get everything right. It is what is with the basic and the most fundamental thing in Nigeria is we don't obey the law. Everybody believes that we are above the law. Even the lawmakers are the law enforcers in Nigeria, right? So a lot of things is going on. Not only this military alone, all of them, even the senators do the senators, the rep, everybody, the governor, you just obey you just follow the law as we. And because you are nobody, you are law to yourself. Nobody can query you. It is not done.
Okay.
What is
Okay.
the plan, the original plan of that place, is what is meant for, it should be meant for. The paper should be read. Even the military, they are the more respected people. You will not find them in all these the various
Okay.
activities
Okay.
about doing all this rubbish.
Okay, Lighten. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna give you 1 minute each, okay? So I'm gonna start with you, Demola. What is your expectation? What do you expect the government to do in just 1 minute?
Thank God, the chief of
Defense staff.
defense staff have said that he's looking into it, and that if the order is lawful or not, that they will do he will do the due diligence into it.
Okay.
But my concern is that even late General Muhammadu Buhari have a land in Abuja. It was revoked, and he didn't do anything. He was still alive then. The same thing is General Abacha have a land there without any due process over that. It was revoked, and it was in order. So I don't see any service chief thinking that they are above this former head of state and general in the armed forces that comply to this rule, for them to think that they are above the law.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Demola, Lighten, briefly, what are you expecting
Yeah.
to happen? Yeah, briefly.
Yeah, what I'm expecting to happen is that I think we still need a long way to go. Mr. President, the chief of staff to the president, all these people, we need to change all our people. I mark some amount of money for them yearly. They should be trained and retained to be obedient to the law of the country. Without being obedient to the law of the country, we are going nowhere. Everybody must be obedient. The law is the law, right? We all agree that this is how we want to be ruled. This is the constitution that wants to be governing us. And why are we not? And the constitution is sworn as the chief of rear staff or chief of naval staff to uphold, right? You are flouting the law that you oppose. You promise to uphold. So it's strong. Let them be trained and retrained. We need to be in tune with the modern day way of living as a
Okay.
human being.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we come to the end of this conversation. So I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Olatunde Digba all the way from America. Thank you so much for coming to today's meeting.
Yes, my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
And Mr. Demola Disa all the way from the United Kingdom. Thank you for coming to this meeting.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
And I'm the host, the Jolaya based in Dublin. Again, thank you for looking at this telecast. We'll see you again in the next video. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.